Have you ever been driving and some dummy just cuts you off and almost kills you? You think to yourself like, wow, what a selfish person. Like, why would somebody do something so mean? Have you ever thought maybe that person was in a rush because their wife was in labor, or perhaps they had to get to the emergency room for some other reason? I mean, if that were the case, if you were to find that out after you got cut off, you'd probably feel a little bit more empathy and compassion for this person, and your anger would just go away. But how about this, okay? Let's turn it back on ourselves. What if you cut the person off? Then what? Do you feel like you're a selfish driver? Do you feel like you're the perpetrator in this situation? Or was it like maybe not your fault because you had to get out because the other cars were kind of pushing you there and you didn't really have a choice? You had to make your exit. This is what social psychologists call the actor-observer bias. Now, what does this mean? So, anytime you're the actor, we tend to blame the external world for the reason why these negative things happened to us or why we did those negative things. Whereas when we look at someone else, we'll tend to attribute their behavior to that person's character or that person's intentions, as opposed to, the external factors that might be playing into that person's situation. We'll say like you get a bad grade on your test. After you get a bad grade on your test, you think to yourself, well, I would have got a better grade, but the test questions were too hard. It was hot in the room. I didn't have enough sharp pencils. So that's the reason why I failed at this test. Whereas if, your friend also got a bad grade on the test, you might think to yourself, well, that's because he's lazy and he doesn't study. He's probably a bad student or something, or he probably parties too much. I used to live in New York City and I would walk around, I would take the subway all the time. And I've definitely had situations where maybe I accidentally cut somebody off, like while walking, or almost bumped into somebody. And over there, it's not like you're driving, the person's standing right next to you. And people can be a little bit more, let's just say, aggressive with their verbiage towards you. So you actually hear people like being like, you idiot, blah, 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 or yeah, you dum-dum, and worse things. When I first moved there, I probably would have been triggered a lot more and a lot more angry had I not known about actor-observer bias. Because knowing that, I could not only, when somebody insulted me like that, first of all, I took it as feedback, like, oh, whoops, I probably shouldn't have done that. And then I wouldn't rationalize why I did the thing. I just realized that, oh yeah, maybe I did the thing. Or I didn't take it so personal because I realized, maybe that person might be having a bad day or a bad life. My own personal theory is that, back in the caveman times, it was so dangerous. There were so many predators around. There were so many ways that a human being could get killed, murdered, or succumb to the elements that if you were ostracized from your tribe, you would almost certainly perish. Because of this, we still have those instincts of our ancestors that are designed essentially to keep them, part of the group. Now, to take this a little bit further, I believe the reason that people will judge other people, and this is very, very widespread in society in general. I mean, you can see it in gossip magazines, you can see it in reality TV or tabloids. They do this because when you put somebody down, it makes you feel like you have more status relative to that person that you're putting down. So you get a boost of dopamine. Whereas if somebody insults you, your dopamine might actually shoot down. And whenever your dopamine shoots down, basically you're losing status. So if you hear somebody insult you on the train and you get triggered by that, the triggering process is just you becoming frightened because now you kind of feel like you've lost some status and you might be ostracized from the tribe to an extent. So there is this instinct for human beings to guard their dopamine. If you've ever had a pain body attack, if you've listened to Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, he talks about this thing called the pain body. And essentially what that is when you're feeling very, very angry and you can't really control your angry thoughts. In my opinion, that is just when your dopamine is shot down, you're desperately, frantically trying to repair it. You're trying to, screw that guy and he's a jerk, he's doing this and he's doing that and this is bad. Oh, I'm such a victim. You're basically taking the blame off of yourself, but you're also feeling threatened by somebody who might have just been having a really bad day. You don't know what's going on in their lives. You don't know what the circumstances are that made them do that thing, but it does trigger this insecurity in you for some reason. But had you known the full story, you probably wouldn't be insecure anymore. And in fact, you'd probably be empathetic for that person and you'd feel more connected to them on some level.
Usually it's the pain body when the emotional reaction is out of proportion to the triggering event. So a relatively minor thing triggers an enormous amount of unhappiness in whatever form.
That's right. A small thing happens and you flare up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And after a while, you realize the kind of situation that triggers your pain body. And then you can be actually more vigilant when such a situation happens. Because if you're able to bring consciousness into the body, you can more easily feel an arising emotion inside you.
The practical tips I want to give you with this are to just recognize when you are doing the actor-observer bias, recognizing it when you're projecting on other random strangers that you don't know. If somebody cuts you off or they insult you, I challenge you to have some compassion for this person and just be like, you tell yourself, you know, maybe they're on their way to the hospital or something. This person's just having a bad day. You know, we all have bad days. We're all human beings and we all do silly things from time to time. We can all be an idiot from time to time, and that's okay. We're just, you know, we're all dumb sometimes, and that's all right. I think understanding that, you're less likely to get triggered, you're less likely to feel like you need to defend yourself, like this is a life and death situation. You get the pain body attack and the anger and the rationalizations. You just start to relax and you realize like, hey, we're all in this together. There's actually a lot of similarities between me and this random stranger who just cut me off in traffic. So I think with that, I hope that you can, you know, implement this into your life, and this will make you happier and more understanding of your fellow human beings. If you like this video, please subscribe and I'll send more life-changing content your way. If you have any questions or if you have any ideas for topics, you can hit me up in the comments below. Have a good night and peace.
I hope you both found that detox sufficiently relaxing.
Hey man, listen, those comments I made about your throat,
It's all good.
it's nice of you to let me off the hook. It's still unacceptable behavior, and I do regret it.
Believe me, man, I've been working here a long time. I get it.